Hello, everyone. Welcome to the AMG podcast on a very sad post-Packers loss Tuesday. I'm not going to address that here. I'll address it in other venues. But we're back here with the AMG team, and Blair is back. And those of you who missed him did get some bonus Blair on the YouTube channel. Do check that out. Blair was nice enough to go through the Pokemon Classic collection, giving us his extensive expertise on Pokemon Classic Ness. He went through the cards. So either way, you got to at least look at what's in there. It's not a cheap box. So if you're curious what was inside the box, Blair went through the box. So you're able to check out the contents. So let me quickly go through the team here. Steve, Collector of the People, how are you today?
Fantastic. Although a little upset that the Packers won. Or lost.
Me too. Not just because I'm wearing this.
Yeah, you confused me there. My son let me know his disappointment last night around 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, every year I try to get another piece of swag. This was this year's swag that our friends at Fanatics were able to deliver to me. It was not a good start. Not a good start. I do like the hoodie though. It's pretty sweet. I gotta admit, it's pretty solid. Sherry, how are you this morning?
I'm just fabulous. Ready to start this Tuesday and all the positivity today.
Oh, fantastic. That's glorious. Blair, you are returned. So bonus Blair is regular Blair. How are you today?
I'm pretty positive as well. Although I must say my expertise in the unboxing was the use of the box cutter.
It's something, man. It's something, man. Look, you lost me. You lost me. No cheese string on. And no cheese string on. You kind of lost me there. But look, I appreciated the effort just the same. And do check it out on the video. I'll include a link to that video in the description if you want to check it out. And maybe down the road there'll be more bonus Blair. Now I kind of feel like this could be a thing if we allow it to under the right circumstances. So we'll definitely get into that. So in this episode, we're going to go through a couple different things quickly because there are a number of them. I'm going to go through now a couple of different dates, important upcoming dates here. We already talked about last week that the card show was not going to happen this month. And I think the trade night, I don't think is on this month as well, right? I think both of those are off.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. So let me quickly go through a couple of dates off the top, just so that we're all on the same page, because obviously with the holidays coming up, there's a lot of different dates we got to consider. So the shop is going to be open on the 23rd. It's going to be closed the 24th, Christmas Eve, the 25th, and Boxing Day, the 26th. So those 3 dates, the shop is going to be closed. There will be a Boxing Day sale from the 27th through the 30th. So those are the dates for the Boxing Day sale. More details to come here in the next couple of weeks. Closed New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, 31st and the 1st of the new year. And it'll be reopened on January the 2nd, 2024. So we want to make sure we've covered those dates. Let me just see here. And yes, so those are the dates that you got to be aware of upcoming here in the holidays as we cross over into the Christmas season and the new year.
You got it.
Holy cow. 2024.
Yep. Listen, you blink and it's there, man. You blink and it's there. 2023, we barely knew you, and here we are. We're approaching 2024. So hopefully everybody's got their year end. We talked a little bit about stocking stuffers. Blair, now's your chance. Think about this. I'll come back to it at the end of the show. I want a stocking stuffer recommendation from you. We got one from Sherry, and we got from the Collector of the People. It'll be your turn. But think about it. You get the rest of the show to think about this. So real quick, I'm going to now talk about one specific product that is going to be coming into the shop that we want to make note of, and that's going to be 2023, 2024. Yes, we are approaching this year's products now. Upper Deck Artifacts. Now, this one, I want to note a couple of things about it, and one of them is this is going to be the first non-Easter egg Connor Bedard cards. Now, he's not in the base set. This is important. He's not in the base set. But he is in a couple different spots, and I can actually note there are 3 specific ones that I'll bring to your attention since we got all our notes and everything here. So he's going to be the 0506 retro clear cut retro rookies, I guess under Team Canada, but it is still in this set as part of it. There's an Arum Bounty Rookies that is going to be there as part of it. And then there's one called Signature Apparel, and that's going to be a patch, I think, out of 36. So that's a very limited one.
36, yeah.
The 3 main cards that you're chasing. Not easy cards to come by, to be fair. They're all pretty tough, but they are there, and it is 3 of them. And you never know, they might throw an Easter egg on there, but I wouldn't promise it. But I can say specifically on the checklist, we know of those 3 for sure, as opposed to Series 1 where it was an Easter egg that obviously people found once they started opening boxes. Anything else you want to add there, Blair? Just high level, but those are the 3 I wanted to make emphasis of.
No, those are the 3. Some people may find it disappointing that it's Team Canada issued stuff, but I guess given it's the first product other than the Easter egg, probably them just getting their stuff together, for the Blackhawks. rookies. But yeah.
I think Upper Deck really is doling it out a little at a time. We're all sitting there, so it's like, first you got the Easter egg. Now you actually do have a couple of cards in there, so you've got a couple now that you can chase after. And then we'll see kind of product by product as they kind of slowly roll it out. And what we're all really waiting on is which one specifically gets the first like real base set rookie. Like this is the base set, the first one out of the blocks.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume it'd be something like MVP. Traditionally, in the past, it's been something like that gets one of them early on. So we'll have to see which product gets that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'll do here is I will show, as we usually do, and we will leave a link to the Cardboard Connections page so that you can all follow along and check out the checklist because that information is there. So quickly, I will scroll through. We'll just look at a couple fast here. And we also have a lot of really cool stuff that came in the shop. We've actually got an extended version today, so I'll get through this quickly just so we can look at it. All right, so as I said, all the odds and everything will be included. Link in the description for you if you want to check it out. Here's your base set and your basic parallels. It's a very similar design to what you're used to in the past. If you've enjoyed other previous artifacts, this is going to be pretty familiar to you. You do have a number of different parallels broken down, a wood variant, a leather variant, a plexi variant, ruby out of $4.99, copper out of $2.99, royal blue out of $1.99, emerald out of $99, light blue steel out of $85. I'm going to try to get through these quickly here. Autumn out of $75, polychrome out of $65, yellow out of $50, pink out of $35, purple out of $25, party time out of $10. All right. And the out of $5 black that is a hobby only exclusive.
Great job.
Typical artifacts product, heavy in inserts and variants.
A lot of parallels there. Good luck to those trying to do the rainbow. Best of luck to you. Although the party time one, this seems kind of fun. I might have to chase a party time card.
Yeah, that might be an AMG favorite.
There you go. That's right. So the big key here to this is, remember I did mention that hobby exclusive one. I made emphasis on that because this product does have retail as well. So you do have that option if you want to get it, but just be aware that there's options. But there are some hobby exclusive parallels, including that black. You do have the various, one of the things with artifacts is that a lot of the patch cards and jersey cards are basically an offshoot of the main base set design, but with the cutouts to provide for the different memorabilia pieces. You do have autographs and things like that in there. You've got the rookie redemption cards, hockey clear-cut inserts. These are the hockey autographs and relics. They did an 05-06 retro artifacts. So if you remember the 05-06 product, this is what the artifacts looked like back then. I remember that from a couple different cards I collected. It's actually a nice design. I do like that they retroed this one. But Upper Deck has been leaning on the retros a lot in the sets if you are familiar with a lot of these products. So just bear that in mind. This one I like, though. These are the Admirable Impression signatures. I actually have a Medano in my collection that uses this design. I'm a big fan of it. It actually looks really good in hand if they followed along with what they did previously. This is a very similar design to that. You got your award winners. You've got your signature parallels, I mentioned, storied scripts. And then here is one of these signature apparel. Really good looking mock-up. Have to see what one of these looks like in person, but it looks pretty neat, at least on surface. NHL remnants and then premium versions. So a lot of these have parallel versions of a lot of the memorabilia as well, something to bear in mind. Chandra quad mates, so a quad patch card. Pretty cool looking from the render there. And then these are the RM Bounty program. So if you're not familiar with them, you can basically build the set. I believe they've got scratch offs on the back, and if you're able to get it all together, you get basically a special cards with the bounty program. It is kind of a cool way if you do chase that stuff down and you're able to put together a lot of these sets and follow the rules. Make sure you follow with Upper Deck what the rules are to collect on the bounty. But if you do, that is a challenge for you. Final two rookies are awarded redeeming the full set. And let me quickly go through what your hobby box break will look like on average. You're going to get 3 hits, an autograph, relic, or tech insert. 3 hits that way. 1 rookie redemption or clear-cut acetate, and 4 numbered base and or parallels in a hobby box break on average. Perfect. Any other notes we want to make on that one?
Yeah.
Just a couple of things yet. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Not
Yes,
all at once,
make
not
it
all
up.
at once.
So we will have a 10 box limit per person on these on release day. It is going to be a very competitive pricing, and they will go quick. So make sure you get in and get yours. You can go ahead now, Blair.
Agreed. No, that's important info. Just back to that, the bounty rookies. Yeah, so it's just Bedard and Fantilli are the 2 bounty rookies. So I guess they took the 2 biggies. And back to that, the signature apparel ones. They're regular players, I guess, are at a 36, but then they're doing rookies that are numbered to 12.
Mhm.
So that's pretty cool.
Yep, very much a staggered setup on that checklist.
Yeah.
So no, those are some very good notes.
Yeah.
Maybe what we got to do though is we got to get a couple of customers to let Blair open it up and then do the Vanna White thing, and then you got your bonus Blair. That might be the play. I'll have to see what maybe you have to convince a few of the people. As collector of the people, Steve, collect some of the people and make them let Blair open it. That'll be good content.
Will do. Price point on this product's unbelievably competitive too. Again, dealing with allotments and that. We've got a ton of stuff coming in, so we're just bumping it up a few bucks. So, come and get it. And like Sherry said, the 10 max per customer, but at the price we'll have it at, it should go quick.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. No, that's good to note. It's good to note. Let me scroll through here. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything in particular. Oh, I did want to make sure I mentioned just so configurations, just so we're all on the same page. So for the hobby boxes, you got 4 cards per pack, 8 packs per box, and 20 boxes per case with 2 inners. That's the configuration for it.
Yeah.
And I would check it out. Definitely check out that checklist, though. Take advantage of that link that we mentioned if you're curious about what's in it, who's in it, and how that's broken down. That's usually what I do in order to check out, because a lot of times, sometimes they will include former players' legends as part of the rotation. Again, your mileage may vary. Double check that, because that's how you'll know who's in the set for that particular year.
One of my favorite, sorry, before we go off the artifacts, it's new. I like the one that's called Silky Mitts insert.
Is that what it's actually called? Silky Mitts?
Silky Mitts. Yeah. They're numbered, I think they're 1 in 240 packs. So that's my fave.
I think some folks that I know at Upper Deck and I are going to have words. There's a lot of reasons for us to have words. This is one of those moments that it's like, really, guys? This is what you're going to do? Okay.
That's a hockey term, though. I actually I heard that back in the day. I haven't heard it in a while, but back in the day, they used to say, "Man, he's got some silky mitts on him."
Steve, I don't disagree with you for 1 second. Cheddar is also a word that gets used in hockey, but when they made a cheddar insert, I was against it too.
Yeah.
Just because you can doesn't mean you do. Just because you can doesn't mean you do.
And back in my limited hockey playing career, I did not have silky mitts.
No. You were closer to the hands of stone?
Yeah, I was in between.
There you go. All right, sounds good. So let me quickly touch on, and then we'll kind of final with any other thoughts here. But let me start off here by showing off a couple of cards. The team put together a nice set of images that came in the store, and there's some nice stuff here. So I do want to actually take advantage of this and look at it a little bit. So let me open this up here. Okay, so we've got first some stuff from SP Game Used here. I'll zoom in on it just a little bit. There you go. That's a pretty sweet card. Now, who wants to take on the task of pronouncing this name, because I can't?
Yuri Slavkovsky.
Why not? Sure, we'll go with it. So it's the New Grooves patch autograph. Cool looking card though, and a nice patch piece, I will say, for that one. It's a premium memorabilia piece, so I do like that. Second one on here is a personal favorite, just because when we went over the breakdown, got to have the mascot marks. There you go. Tommy Hawk from the Black Hawks. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. So that's a fun one. This one's kind of interesting. We got the game used glass from Cale McCarr. So the game used glass is actually kind of an interesting. I think I saw it on the checklist, but I wasn't sure. From the 2022 NHL All-Star game included in there. But I think it's different. As you're going to do a game used thing, it's not usual to get game used glass. That is kind of an interesting take on it, a little different angle. And then the next couple, a very heavy Jeremy Swayman persuasion on this. Like, I got 3 consecutive Jeremy Swayman cards for you, so I did sort them a little bit. So here we've got a premium memorabilia piece with an autograph. So we've got that out of 25. So it is a nice looking one. And then we've got the signature premium materials. So now we've got a bit of a patch autograph on this one. I think this one is on card, so I think that's cool.
Yeah.
This one's out of 35. So again, Jeremy Swayman. And then third one, you got your premier auto patch. I do like, by the way, I talked about it last week, but I'm going to emphasize it again. I like the way the RPAs look in this particular product. I like kind of the aesthetic of it personally. Yeah. Big fan of that. It doesn't get quite the love. Obviously, it doesn't get the love of the Cup. Cup RPAs are right at the top of the line. Honestly, though, I think if you like some of these rookies, these are pretty cool looking cards that I think, considering a lot of them are numbered, so like this one's out of 99. It's a pretty nice card, I would say. Just a personal opinion. Any other thoughts then before we move on? Because there's some nice ones upcoming here as well.
Yeah, it was weird. 3 different customers within 12 hours brought the 3 Swayman cards in. I didn't know what was going on, but I bought them all.
I was curious. I was actually curious if it was one person or if it was different folks. Okay, so it was different folks that randomly converged with you with the Jeremy Swaymans.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. It's a conspiracy, sounds like to me. All right, so this is really nice. So this is from Ultimate Collection. I'm trying to remember. I want to say this is this the 0506 or
Yeah.
Okay, so it is the 0506. So you've got Crosby up top, patch out of 75, which is pretty sweet, and then you've got a 3-color patch piece from Ovechkin, also out of 75. If it is the 0506, then I believe that's the rookie for both patch pieces.
Yeah, a gentleman came in yesterday and I lost count, but I think there was close to 50 rookie year Crosby and Ovechkin pieces.
Nice.
So super excited to get that stuff, especially Crosby and Ovechkin, and Crosby being from this area always sells well. And there was multiples of each. Like I think there was 3 of those Crosby cards and maybe 2 Ovechkins. There was young guns and everything, but we've all seen those. But so I added a few pictures of ones you don't see as often, which are neat as well.
Absolutely. No, I agree. If you talk about a rookie year patches for these guys, I think that's pretty solid. So here we got the Beehive. This is also the rookie year. Ovechkin taking his yearbook photo. So that's very nice. And I believe the red is one of the parallels, if memory serves me.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ratio and everything. I remember the year because obviously with the double rookie class, it was super hyped. So I remember the products quite well. I always thought, though, the Beehive rookie, high school yearbook photo option was always kind of an interesting one. It's different. Nothing else. We'll give them that. So here we've got the Fleer Ultra 0506, and this is the gold for Ovechkin, and we've got the Crosby, so we got that back-to-back. Those are pretty nice. They're a little condition sensitive. A note I will make, they do chip pretty easy. So just something to bear in mind from a grading perspective. Now, one other quick side story I'll give about this is that up until Ovechkin, right around the time, a little after, he scored a 600th goal. You could actually get at the Expo, since we had that about a month ago, at the Expo, you were able to get the blasters and even the retail boxes of Ultra for comfortably under $100. I'm not saying I opened up multiple boxes of it at the time, but I'm saying I did. And it was pretty affordable. And then as Ovechkin cleared 600 goals and all of a sudden the renewed interest got in his milestone chasing, after that, suddenly those prices escalated. You were not getting that price anymore. But it wasn't that long ago. Just saying.
No.
And the gold version of both of these is actually a bit of an underrated card because I think it's a good... This is an accessible card that has a little bit of rarity to it. It's not super rare. Let's not overstate it. But it is a nice card if you do want a Crosby and Ovechkin rookie. That's a little out of the norm, a little bit beyond the normal. Okay, so here's a good one. SP Game Used with a really nice patch. That's a really good one. This is numbered to 50, the Authentic Fabrics patch.
Haven't seen a copy of that in a long time. Yeah.
And that looks like from the image, it looks like it's the shoulder patch. That's what it looks like from that perspective.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. All right. So we got another one of the Beehives here.
That's a tough card as well.
Yeah, there's some good variants on there. This would be Beehive is one where if you want to look at it for previous years or more current, I would study the checklist on that because it's sometimes tough to know some of the differentiator because you've got a couple of differences, a couple of variants. Study the checklist and you'll learn a lot for those ones. Rookie uniformity, I think this would be also from the Ultra rookie year. So this would be one for Sidney Crosby. So that's a nice looking copy there. All right, and then I'm going to do this kind of in reverse order of what I imaged here, but let me show here. Glacial Graphs Ovechkin. So we've talked about the Glacial Graphs before and how nice it is for the auto, especially when the auto is clean. And that's a clean looking autograph, which is nice.
And that's rookie year as well.
Very nice, very nice. So 0506 on that. And then here we got the 1-of-1 Ultimate Collection Shield, Kari Lehtinen from the Thrashers, on card auto, and piece of the Shield logo. Very nice. Very nice.
I like that card too, because obviously Thrashers no longer, Kari Lehtinen, maybe not the most highly collectible, but just a really cool card with the logo and the now defunct Thrashers.
Agreed. So a very good group of cards there. Thank you, team, for sharing. That's some good stuff there. And things that are available. Go see the Collector of the People or Bonus Player if you want more.
There's about 150 cards in that collection too, so
That's awesome.
Take a couple days to process it, and a lot of $10 to $50 funky looking cards as well. So give me a couple days, and they'll be in the showcases.
Very nice, very nice, good stuff. So we'll start winding down on a couple of things here, but before we take off, we wanted to make sure we covered all those dates. That's important. I also will remind everybody, check out amgcollectibles.ca. That's the hub where you can connect to a lot of different things. Obviously, the YouTube channel is here. If folks want to leave questions or comments in the comments section, do that, because that's a good way of getting some information across. But do use the social medias, use the Instagram, use some of the, if you're on the Facebook page, use that. Those are good methods of direct communication with the team. But use those so that you'll know where to go, what contacts to give. Now, Blair, I bought you enough time. I need a stocking stuffer. Somebody's coming in the store. They need something reasonable to throw in the stocking. What are we doing?
I think I'm going to put my bonus Blair Pokemon opening on disc. And it can be picked up for free in store.
full market value, MSRP right there. Mm-hmm.
Oh God!
Not quite.
Enough of the cop-outs, Blair. I want a stocking stuffer. Let's go.
A real one.
What did Sherry say? I wasn't here the other day. So what did Sherry?
Pokemon. Sherry kind of look. Steve went with blasters, which is a clever play. It's a solid play. Sherry said something Pokemon. She kind of worked around, and then she also worked the angle. Like, well, everything's good. It's like, okay, so fine. Take a life-size statuette and stuff that in a stocking. Go ahead. Fine, go that way. It's like stocking, people. It has to fit in the stocking. We've got the attic, Blair. Come on. We've got a whole attic full of stuff that would certainly be.
Yeah, I like. What's a great? We'll go there. We'll go with. We have quite a few of these McDonald's retro Muppet dolls that are there with the conference jerseys on them. Those would be great. They're about yay big. Mm-hmm. They would definitely fit in the stocking.
Blair, I figured you would have said a box cutter, because you were really happy when Cherry brought in half a dozen box cutters the other day, and I found 5 of them in your office this morning.
That's where they'll stay. I was going to say, you're hoarding the box cutters. Is that what's going on there?
Yeah, we're not giving those out.
Yeah, maybe the staplers too.
Yeah, they've gone AWOL as well.
I don't have a stapler. Actually, as you can see, compared to Sherry's.
You got a shelf or nothing else.
I don't have a lot right now.
Sherry, I'm becoming increasingly convinced about this, about this GoPro thing. We can find out where the staplers are, where the box cutters are. We can solve these mysteries. It's like I'm feeling the content there.
Definitely.
So what I'll leave everybody with here is do check out a lot of the socials that I already mentioned. And like I said, if there is some stuff that you'd like to see on the channel, give suggestions, because obviously as we get into the new year, we can definitely look at exploring some of them. We'll take some of the footage and stuff we've got along the way and try to incorporate some of that on the channel. So we'll definitely be doing that. But then also maybe we'll have more opportunities for bonus Blair. Maybe Blair shows off his stapler collection. Blair shows off all the box cutters she's hoarded. I don't know. Well, listen, whatever floats your boat. I'm not going to question it, but we need some suggestions. We might need some bonus Blair episodes. I'm feeling that.
I think
we could
so.
do like a day at AMG with Blair. Just minus the bathroom.
We get a GoPro. Steve, I'm enjoying this option this time. I'm talking myself into it. I'm really feeling this pitch here.
Well, Blair finally got his own office, so he's really proud of himself. And he reminds me of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. When he comes to work, he changes his shoes.
Yeah.
So he's got a work pair of shoes and his walking the street shoes. So yeah, he comes in every day, and I'm waiting for the Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood music to play in the background while Blair changes his shoes and puts on his work sweater.
So see, we're about to wind down, but before we do, now you got me curious. All right, so what kind of shoes are we talking about? I'm kind of envisioning fuzzy bunny slippers for you.
No.
Oh, so he's got actual shoes. Okay.
He's got a work injury.
I have a small work injury.
Mm-hmm. I still thought the fuzzy bunny slippers would have really worked. I think it would have sold the whole thing.
There probably is
We're gonna
there
have to-
somewhere with the box cutters and staplers.
That's what I'm saying. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Sounds good.
Might be able
So
to do
before we go, then
weekly footwear.
I was gonna say maybe that'll be part of the content too. You know, Blair giving his reviews on shoes. Is it what does that have to do? Listen, just go with it. Just go with it. Is that we got to fill in that content calendar somewhere. We got to fill it in. All right, so let me pose a question there just before we take off, just before we head over. And everybody bear in mind, we'll do more videos coming up. And then in the new year, we'll also add some additional components of it. And we'll have some fun with that. But before we go, Steve, you had the blasters last time. Is there anything else that comes to mind? Anything else that would also fit under the, hey, you're popping in, maybe this would be something worthwhile grabbing holiday-wise?
We're still rocking and rolling with the Pokemon. So daily people are coming in, telling their friends. So that's been great because we're getting a lot of new customers. But it's still there. The pile's getting smaller, but we'll sell it till it's gone. So definitely come grab some more Pokemon.
All right, sounds fair. So I'll tell you what, I'll throw in my 2 cents just for anybody that's a collector or knows collectors in their lives. Supplies, honestly, you know, top loaders, one touches, stuff like that would fit in the stocking. And that's actually very, very useful. There's a variety of different ones that would be actually quite handy because sometimes it's very annoying if you're opening a box or something. It's like all of a sudden, you know what I forgot? I don't have my penny sleeves. I don't have my top loaders. I don't have my one touches or whatever it is I need to get. You know, you pull the amazing card, but you don't have the thing right at that moment. It's a solid choice in a pinch. If you don't have any other ideas, that's an easy one.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, that should have been what I said.
Considering you're the supply guy, yes.
I was look, guys. I laid this. I put this on a tee for y'all. There were 3 of you. I was like, I put this on a tee. It's like, guys, this is the supplies. We all need supplies.
I was just
we just came off a pandemic, and the prices went up on all those supplies because we still needed them. That was like one of the easy ones. That was a layup, guys. That was a layup. Sounds good. All right, folks. So
can I say one more thing with supplies? Also, too, with supplies, if there's ever anything like a customer is looking for that we don't have, don't be afraid to ask Blair. If it makes sense to carry a product, we don't mind, ordering it in. We're always trying to grow our supplies, area. But yeah, absolutely. There's some odd shaped items in this world. So if it's something that we can sell a couple of, definitely let Blair know, and he can let you down softly if it's something that we refuse to carry. But definitely reach out to Blair.
That's a ring endorsement. I like that. Well played. Well played. So that's it for this one, everybody. Thank you all for joining us as always. We will be back, and there are some products I already saw down the pipeline. We talked about it briefly. We'll talk about them next week, and especially as we head towards the end of the year. Upper Deck is starting to fill in the calendar a little bit. We're starting to get a couple of those products coming through, so we'll definitely have a chat about a couple of those here down the line. So for Steve, Collector of the People, Sherry, and Bonus Blair, this is another episode of the AMG Collectibles podcast. We will catch you in the next one.